Hello, I'm Dr. Reza. I'm here in Houghton, Johannesburg, where I have my aesthetic medical practice, as well as my offices and my company, Pegasus Universal Aerospace. And I was working a lot in business with my dad and in different companies. One of them was to bring in a product called Sensual Solutions, which was a cream from Dr. Robert Ray, from Dr. 90210. One of the creams, they said, was a botulinum toxin-like cream, in that it was relaxing to muscle. It actually had an effect on areas where the skin was thin. People kept saying to me, it doesn't do anything where the skin is thicker. Can't you do the actual injections? Can't you do fillers? Can't you do this? And after the 10th person came and said, can you do fillers? I thought, well, someone's trying to talk to me, so let me try. We went, we did the courses, and from there we started to see patients very part-time, and it became a full-time job.
This is you, the you wanna be, the better you.
So, I'm going to give you a tour. Let's go. This is the office. These are some of the certificates. Everybody fine? This is our reception, the critical reception.
My name is Chantal. I'm the receptionist. Well, I arrive here at 7:30, then I go make a cup of coffee. You need your energy before starting off. And then I start messaging clients who message us throughout the night that wants a booking, and then I book them, call them, and then carrying on and waiting for phone calls again.
It's not an easy job. People sometimes think that reception is the easy part of the business, but it's not. Because if someone phones in and they don't remember what they wanted to do, or they have a vague idea about what they want, it takes a bit of knowledge to be able to say, fine, this is what I'm booking you for, and this is what's in your file. And also we use a system that's quite complicated. It's a big responsibility, and we're happy to have her there. Are you empty in here?
Yes.
Oh, good. This is room 1. It's called room 1 because it's the first one we had. And some more certificates. We put the nice looking ones here. We thought it looks nice. They're not really the most important ones, they're just the nicest looking ones. This is room 2. And I've put up some of my artworks in the rooms because I like to show people that I do art. I mean, sometimes it's a bit of a surprise, but people do sometimes forget that what I'm doing all day is basically art. It's just on their faces and their bodies. You know, we look at people from far away and we see what we can see, because if you think about what you can see when you meet people in the street, when you see them out in public, it's not this close view that we have of ourselves in the mirror. It's kind of like about maybe 2 arms lengths. That's kind of your personal distance. We tell people to look in the mirror, touch it with their outstretched arm, and that's kind of the distance they should assess their faces. That's the distance they'll see things that other people can really see. And so we do the same thing. We look at them from far as if they were a stranger. The things that bug us are the things we'll recommend first. Then we'll start to get closer with time. We really don't ever get to a point where we're letting people look in the mirror like this, because you'll always find something. It's not about this flawless complexion. It's about looking natural and healthy and good looking. Here we have our newest guest. We're not sure what his name is yet. It's either Luke or Chino or Morris. You know, all these cats are basically rescues. So they always end up here when they've been found on the street or at Kitty Haven, or the latest one, the little white kitten, we still haven't given him a name. We're thinking about a few, we're not sure.
The cats drive me insane. I love the cats. Who doesn't love cats? I mean, they're great. But they get in the way sometimes, and they distract him, which is like difficult for us to manage.
Here's Tigger, the real boss of the house. Room 3, I still feel like I need to do something nice to this room. It feels a bit plain to me, but it does have a very nice view of the garden, and usually the foxes, but we've closed the gate for them today because it's a bit cold. This is our pause room, where we make all our teas and coffees, and where we pause in between our hard work. Without this room, we would all be dead. So this is where, and here's one of our physios, the physio. So there's 3 rooms to see patients, and this is an exercise rehab area where they do many things. Whatever I say will be the wrong thing, so I'm not going to say. You can tell us.
My name is Roxanne. I am a physiotherapist and a medical dermal esthetician. So I work on both sides of the team here at Anti-Aging Art. I see physiotherapy patients in the physio practice. I see aesthetics patients upstairs, and I sometimes assist Dr. Reza as well in his treatments. We do physiotherapy, so that means we treat different patients with different kinds of injuries. We do post-operative rehab. We do treatments to support medical aesthetics. We do Pilates, yoga, core stability, lots of exercises on the floor here. Yeah.
We've worked together here since about 2018, 2019, and she started off pretty much doing physio in our rooms here, and then started studying about the other aesthetic side of things, the somatology, and really helps me run things and keep everybody in line, and helps me with management of all the people. These are some of the remaining certificates, sometimes just to keep track of what we're doing and make sure that we have it on the wall to show people. But some of them are old and are repeats, like that one, but it's just better than having an empty one. So when I do something worthwhile, we'll put it in there.
You see those cameras, yeah?
Well, this is the crew getting ready. As you can see, we've got a nice guest again over there. He knows that he's the star. Oh, that's us in the mirror. This is room 4, and the best thing about this room is actually the ceiling that we painted, mainly by a nice lady named Sarah, but I painted the one leg, that leg over there, just so that I could have something to do with it. And it was my idea, I'm not gonna lie. Basically, it's Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel, and what he did there was he combined art and science, and our motto is art meets science. So that's actually, that purple piece is basically a brain in cross-section, and he snuck it into the roof at a time when anatomy was actually banned. You couldn't study it. So that's why I like this. It's art meets science, and it very much represents what we do here. This is where people come to get their pictures taken, and this is a Visia machine. It's quite a nice piece of equipment that we can use to actually analyze people's skin from different dimensions in different light, and it gives us some very valuable feedback so we know what we can use to treat them. In this room 5, we've got our laser machines, a tattoo removal machine. Also a very fresh view of the garden with the animals and the trees, and so for people who like nature and this more relaxed look, this is really one of the nice rooms. And sometimes people actually get used to asking for the rooms that they like. And here we have our back office with our support team. This is also some of the models of Pegasus. This is an 8th scale model that we flew that kind of actually gave us a lot of valuable insight about the flow of air over ducts into the wings, how you can crash yourself if you're not careful. And this is a plug of a 1/4 scale, 2 meters, gave us such good information that it changed the actual shape of the plane. It now will be a high wing, and it'll be much better. And here, last but not least, obviously, these are fennec foxes. They're very cute and friendly, and they eat worms from our hands. That's Pixie, the princess. These are the treatment rooms for therapy, where we do things like fat freezing or body sculpting. We always want to give people options when it comes to contouring. So we use injectables, we use the fat freezing. This is an office, but this is also where Jason works. Jason is our friend, he's a medium, and he does his readings here. But this room also, after hours, doubles up as our studio where we work on new music and release stress through playing drums and keyboard. Here we have Lila. Say hi, Lila.
My name is Lila and I've been working here since the beginning of Jan this year. I'm a doctor's assistant and I'm studying to be a dermal esthetician as well.
I get along well with Lila. She's got a good sense of humor, and although she's very young, she knows all about older movies and music and that type of thing, and that's the things that we can relate to people on. She's also one of our fourth-year students that won the bursary. So that's kind of how she ended up here. These machines are for oxygen facials and again skin tightening using radio frequency and ultrasound. And this is our last room. We use the laser hair removal machine here. This machine is the one that does permanent sweat removal. So it's something that we are very proud of. I think we're the only practice that actually has its own one in the whole country. So it does have a good demand and we like what it does for our patients. The best view is probably out of these two windows. But over here, that's probably also one of the better views of the garden and the bridge and the animals. Well, that's it. That's kind of the whole up and down stairs. This whole place is designed to calm people down. From the fountain outside to the building itself and the decorations and the tea and the coffee and the people and the music and the animals, they're all there to make people just relax, get into the atmosphere, become part of our experience of the treatment.